Let's have a second day of Mass Effect 2. I know it started pretty late, but judge me, I guess. Let's resume. Mass Effect 2, the Lazarus Project. My camera is like closed. How do I start? Whatever. Let's go. Yeah, okay, we were here. Spend points. How to level up. Purchasing rank. Oh, Adrenaline Rush? Concussive shots. Boost your combat aura for a brief time, slow your enemies by comparison. Explosive shot. Drip ammo, combat mastery. And do talent points. So now I have... Oh! Combat Master, your superior trade improves your health, weapon damage, storm speed and Paragon renegade scores. Shoot health, experience the next level. Just going to auto level up him. We have a codex. Hello. Let's read every single one.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
I think the music is too loud. Let's start with the music, I guess. Like 0 music will be good. Right? It's 0, right? Why is there the music going off? Good. Oh, there's peace now.
The second species to join the Citadel, the Solarians, are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Solarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Solarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Solarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Solarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellion several centuries later. Solarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on. Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations. "50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kajay, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens. In the early 2160s, the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skyllian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space. The Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys. The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque...
Oh shit. Okay, Hannah.
The Geth. The Hanar are a citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language. The Krogan evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds. Even though these worlds were already inhabited, the Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today the Krogan are a slowly dying breed.
Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians.
Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts. A myth common to several cultures in the galaxy. Reapers were imagined to be space monsters who consumed entire stars. Archaeologists and mythologists attempting to uncover sources for such myths have yielded little, except interstellar religious themes of all-consuming devils common to primitive cultures. The Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy. The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
By the lore of the end of Mass Effect 1, we learned that the Citadel was probably being constructed millions of years ago. It may or may not have been by the Reapers, and the Keepers are probably the first race to be dominated by the Reapers. It's like a high chance, like high probability, that they've been engineered or made to be obedient to the Citadel's inputs. Yeah, but it's not that.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation. The Systems Alliance space vehicle Normandy is a prototype starship created as a joint human and Turian venture. A frigate optimized for reconnaissance missions, the vessel uses state-of-the-art stealth technology. Most ships generate tremendous heat that is easily detectable against the absolute zero background of space. The Normandy, however, temporarily sinks this heat within its hull. Because of exterior hull refrigeration, the ship can travel undetected for hours, or drift passively for days of covert observation. That heat sinking carries the risk of cooking the crew alive if the stored heat is not eventually radiated. Also contributing to stealth is the Normandy's revolutionary Tantalus drive, a Mass Effect core double the standard size. The Tantalus generates mass concentrations that the Normandy falls into, allowing it to move without the use of heat-emitting thrusters. Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create Mass Effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce Mass Effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element 0. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system. When subjected to an electrical current, the rare material dubbed element 0, or EZO, emits a dark energy field that raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect is used in countless ways, from generating artificial gravity to manufacturing high-strength construction materials. It is most prominently used to enable faster-than-light space travel. ESO is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbits neutron stars and pulsars. These are dangerous places to mine, requiring extensive use of robotics, telepresence, and shielding to survive the incredible radiation from the dead star. Only a few major corporations can afford the setup costs required to work these primary sources. Humanity discovered refined element zero at the Prothean Research Station on Mars, allowing them to create mass effect fields and develop FTL travel. Element zero can increase or decrease the mass of a volume of space-time when subjected to an electrical current. With a positive current, mass is increased. With a negative current, mass is decreased. The stronger the current, the greater the magnitude of the dark energy mass effect. In space, low-mass fields allow FTL travel and inexpensive surface-to-orbit transit. High-mass fields create artificial gravity and push space debris away from vessels. In manufacturing, low-mass fields permit the creation of evenly blended alloys, while high-mass compaction creates dense, sturdy construction materials. The military makes extensive use of mobility-enhancing technologies, with mass effect utilizing fighting vehicles standard frontline issue in most military forces. Mass effect fields are also essential in the creation of kinetic barriers or shields to protect against enemy fire. Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species. Omni-tools are handheld devices that combine a computer microframe, sensor analysis pack, and manufacturing fabricator. Versatile and reliable, an Omni-tool can be used to analyze and adjust the functionality of most standard equipment, including weapons and armor, from a distance. The fabrication module can rapidly assemble small three-dimensional objects from common reusable industrial plastics, ceramics, and light alloys. This allows for field repairs and modifications to most standard items, as well as the reuse of salvaged equipment. Omni-tools are standard issue for soldiers and first-in colonists. Medigel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Medigel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
All right. I hope that you guys enjoy this because I'm going to read the shit out of this. Like, let me. Do I close this? No, I don't think I need. Azari biology. Azari have a robust cellular regenerative system. While they do not heal faster than other species, Azari are known to reach 1,000 years of age. Although Azari have one gender, they are not as asexual, and Azari provides 2 copies of her own genes to her offspring. The second set is altered in a unique process called melding. During melding, an Azari consciously attunes her nervous system to her partners, sending and receiving electrical impulses directly through the skin. The partner can be another Azari or an alien of either gender. Effectively, the Azari and her partner briefly become one unified nervous system. This unique means of reproduction is the reason Azari are talented biotics. Their evolved ability to consciously control nerve impulses is very similar to biotic training. Azari believe that their offspring acquired the best qualities of their father from the melded genes, but evidence is anecdotal. Azari passed through 3 climatic... I feel like these are the exact same... and like... the same of Mass Effect 1? Huh. Okay. You know what? I'm going to just pass the ones that I have read, because I have read all of this. All of it. Yes, all of it. And even the same text. Even the same entry of text. Which is sad. I would read everything again if it was different and had more information, but doesn't feel like it is. Yeah, I mean, it is all here. Beacon, Cipher, Data Disks, Mars Ruins, Rachni. Wait, what? What is missing here? Didn't I just... Okay. Armatures, Keeper. Okay, let's see what has to say about the Keeper. When the Azari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered early attempts to communicate no matter how many Keepers died. Okay, it's the same thing as before. Krogan, Korean's economy. Yeah, I read it all. I read it all. Non-sapient creature, husks, thresher moles, Varen. Citadel and Galactic Government, Conventions, Citadel Councils, Citadel Space, Security Services, Foundations, Precision Rings, Serpent Nebula, Statistics, Wards, Treaty of... Wait, what? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. The Treaty of the Dreadnoughts. Earth, First Contact War, Gagarin Station, Jump Zero, Genetic Engineering, Geological Survey. I mean, it's the same. It is the same. I don't feel sad, but it would be great to have like no shit. Ships and vehicles, hotel drive, appearance, drive charge, combat endurance, general tactics, trans-relay, carriers, crew considerations. Oh no, yeah, sure. Cruisers, fighters. It's the same things. It is the same things. I'm not going to reread everything. I have all of this series in the VODs in Twitch, and I also have been uploading them in YouTube. So if you really want to see me reading everything, go check. I'm not reading everything again, no. Communications, administration methodology, artificial intelligence. Why would a codex change over time? Good morning. How are you doing? It wouldn't change. How are you doing? It wouldn't change. It would have more shit. And it actually got inferior. Unless they are... Okay, there may be a reason. Because they maybe want to review for a new player of like... from the player started Mass Effect by the instance 2, like Mass Effect 2. So they are going to review in the future of the game about the Proteans, about the real creation of the Citadel, about the Keepers. And these 3 informations, they were wrong. Like, outright wrong. In this codex. Or... put in that this is all your knowledge you gathered in the first game. No, yeah. Oh, it is? Oh, okay, this makes sense then. This totally makes sense. And this is great because they unified the... Okay, great. Yeah, man. Yes. Alright. It totally makes sense now. I'm dumb. You know what? I'm not dumb. This is just the way it is, and I didn't know how it was. Nice that I know now. Journal, poll, save, exit game, codex. Like, every time that I'm saying something, even like getting close to neutral, is like you come in the room, like breaking through a wall, like making a hole. Hey, I have some, like, chill, dude. I really am enjoying the game. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So we had to go here. Oh, you said that I should go play on hardcore, right? It feels like it's a little too much, but I'll try. Okay, let's play on hardcore. Wait, what?
Excuse me. Firing. System not designed for specialized ammunition. System failing. Hostile forces have engaged.
Ouch, we. Ouch.
Get over here!
Holy
Collision
shit.
proximity warning.
Okay, what are my powers? Oh, I have the powers.
System not designed for specialized ammunition.
Wilson,
Oh,
find us
okay,
another
that's
route
good.
out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned down.
Cooldown.
I'll see what I can do.
Let me see here. It doesn't show the cooldown. Your accuracy is a lot better from cover 2. Oh, that will be
Damn it,
interesting.
Wilson.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
So if I hold control, I move slowly.
They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server
Cover,
room
cover,
B.
cover.
Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh, God.
That's it, right?
I'm hit! They shot me!
There's something that they didn't cover, pun intended. That is the vertical cover. When you are like below us, like a set of stairs, it's just your head up here and you're shooting from below. You don't get like a bonus. You understand what I mean by cover? I think I do. Right? It's it being here, and then you press a button to like this is cover, right? And control in the first game would make me crouch, but here it's making me just walking slowly. Oh, hello.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Cool. So spacebar, you mean? Press spacebar out of wall. Spacebar gets you into and out of cover. Are you sure? Are you sure it's spacebar? Use cover sprint spacebar. It is, but it's not working. Not in these little walls here. No.
Jacob! Shepard! Down here!
Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
What did I? Oh, I pressed 2, I guess. Okay, 2 is powerful. Good. Unity power?
Wilson's.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening?
Okay.
I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few...
Oh shit, okay.
Overload the
Okay, okay, here's the cover, right?
Impact imminent.
These mechs don't know when to quit.
Rerouting power. Allied force casualty.
Use overload in the crates? Hover mouse over the overload power. His.
That's it.
Wait a second. No, 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 no. I swear to God, if I have to use the companion's powers, I'm going to play in casual. I hated this system in the first game, and I expect that I'm not going to interact with it in the second game. That's why I saw and marked this. Squad power usage. When enabled, squad members automatically use their most effective powers in combat. When disabled, squad members only use defensive ammo. They're going to use their shit, right? Please tell me that yes. Like, I understand that is niche. A lot of people are going to like it, but I'm not. I mean, the other lot of people that I really don't want to do it. So if I let this on, they are going to use their shit, right? Thank you. Yes. Okay. Thank you. God damn it. Like, no. I'm not playing StarCraft here. So, okay, space. Oh, and I vote. Okay.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This
I
really
might
isn't the
shoot you in
time,
the head.
Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Yeah, figured. Never heard of them? I heard of them. What would
I wiped
Cerberus
out
say?
my share of Cerberus projects when I was a Spectre. Back then, they were trying to kill me. Why the change of heart?
Those answers are way above my pay grade. But basically, things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now, we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Mass 2, you can combine biotics for some extra damage explosion. No loss there if you don't. I don't know, I chose Soldier again. Because I enjoyed the powers of one. But I'm really into seeing what's going on with the second. Like, I want to use loaded weapons and armor. But independently of squad, of the other powers, the combat system is pretty good. It's another game entirely. It's like Mass Effect 1 didn't happen. It's so different.
I don't care what his name is. He just needs to answer my questions. All of them.
He spent a lot of money and time bringing you back. I'm sure he'll...
Wait, what? So they disappear? What is this? Can I fall? I can't fall. Mass 1 was Xbox exclusive. Mass 2 entered the world of PC. Yeah, definitely. It shows how different. Always.
Requesting assistance. Rerouting power.
Okay, cover is the shit. I still have to understand what is it that I have to look for. Do you have a map? Oh cool, there's no map. This is harder and cooler, I think.
Shields have failed.
Impact event.
Okay, the power number one is definitely powerful. I'm being shot from where? Oh, of course.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus project will proceed as planned.
What the fuck? See, cover makes combat a lot more doable when your shots hit. Definitely. I remember Counter-Strike 1.5, I think, that started with this bullshit of the aim going like this and like that. I remember spending hours with my friends in the LAN house measuring the spread of AK-47, of the Glock. It was all to the left and up. Like the spread would be like this. And it was when this shit started. Counter-Strike 1.5. Oh, I'm curious now. Yeah, that's a long time ago, dude. This is... I was 18 years of age. Exactly. So yeah, I played a lot of Counter-Strike when I was like 15, 16. But we played... Oh, shit. We played other... There was, Half-Life Real? Half-Life... So there was Team Fortress, Counter-Strike. Was it? I think it was Real. One of the modes. Half-Life mode. Real. Is it Real? I'm not sure. So... I'm not sure if it is real. Half-Life mods. Okay, I don't remember. I remember that Counter-Strike was the most popular one. And Team Fortress the second most popular one. Yep. I don't know if you played this much at this time.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
What?
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Mass Effect 1 definitely had better models, I think, because of the Legendary Edition. It shows. But I was like just assuming it was shit graphics and I just had to go with the flow. Mass Effect 2 it's attempting, it's trying. It's very unrealistic still, but it's definitely much better than Mass Effect 1. I can't wait to Mass Effect 3. Miranda, the game is named after her. Mass Effect. Okay. Miranda, Lazarus.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
Miranda's modeled from that actress from Chuck series. I don't know who that is, but let's check. Chuck series actress. Google didn't help. Chuck. Who modeled Miranda? What? In Mass Effect 2. Oh, Yvonne Strav. Okay. Now let's see her. Oh, she was the girlfriend of Dexter, right? Is it her? Okay, kind of looks like her. Yes. God, she's like, I don't know now. But yeah, like super hot. God damn it. Pretty good. And to be fair, in Mass Effect 1, the faces of the two females were pretty good. The face of the Asari was the best one because since he was alien, I'm not looking for it being close to reality, to realism. And then Ash, she had a nice face and even the eyes movements were pretty good. But it was more artificial because it was an attempt at being humanity. Now, Mass Effect 2 is still not there, but it is there. Is good. I watched the shit out of Dexter. I know he gets silly at some point because he always wins, but I like if you take this fictional part, it's a good series. Asari was the best one because they wanted you to romance her. Probably, yeah. And if I don't come along,
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Okay, I have a good point.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Speech will work significantly slightly different too.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid, raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day. Going through something like that changes you. It can break you if you let it.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on a cruise. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough. The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Or a DVD. The lights on Shepard's face, this carrying are from the old tech used to resurrect you. Yeah, this Lazarus project. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So... Can we, like... Okay, no, can't.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room. The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
But it's... Her body is weird. I think this is the American way of enjoying, like, thin legs, big breasts women. I don't understand.
The elusive man is waiting for you in
Ash
the other
and what's the name of the Asari? They were super hot, definitely. So I think it is there, right? Go evil now and the scars will get worse. Go good, the scar will disappear. Cool. I'm gonna go good.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
Oh fuck, so it's not here. What is this? Armor? Type? Helmets? No helmets? Chest? Should the guards, gauntlets, graves? This is like Baldur's Gate, like dick. Material? Tint? This is a red. What is the darkest color that I can find? It's going to be the red. Yeah. Okay, I think that's fine. Legs. Nothing to change here. Casual appearance. Outfit. So there's no option of like dick showing, just like Baldur's Gate. Okay, that was good. That was actually good.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
And what exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one man, one very specific man, might be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
I noticed a few upgrades. I hope you didn't replace anything really important.
We tried to keep you as intact as possible. We need Shepard, just as you were when you defeated Sovereign.
What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
You turn music off, like watching Star Wars without sound? That's a little too much. No, come on. Like watching Star Wars without music, yes. But that's me. Like, I know. The last time that I played a game with music was World of Warcraft Pandaria. And I have good memories from it. But something started to happen in my mind that I just cannot accept music anymore. Like, my whole being craves realism, escapism, immersion. And music is such a breaker of immersion. Like, look, that's the hum of the station. And the scene is very realistic now. There's no fucking music. Like, I'm just interacting with the guy now. There's my voice. And it's pretty cool. I really like it. Is it too bothersome?
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Right. That's why Mass Effect sold their music in loads of CDs. Really? Very cool, but I'm not going to leave the music. But I'm so sorry, but no. Like, they may have like great music, but as soon as I enter like an action scene and there's music, I'm bummed out, and I'm like, there goes my immersion. I know I'm not alone, because if I feel like this, there's 7 billion humans here. There's going to be a few thousand that also enjoyed this. I just have to be lucky enough that these few thousand enjoy Twitch and enjoy like bald men talking very little while they play their very immersive playthrough of playing things of like that, and they enjoy the silence, I guess.
If you're after the Reapers, just point me in the right direction.
Miranda was worried you'd be resistant. She's not usually wrong. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
What do you think I'll find there?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Very elusive. Okay. Cool.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
What's the matter, Lawson? Worried you're not his favorite anymore?
I've proven my value to the elusive man. Let's hope you're able to do the same.
Are you naturally this bitchy, or is it just me?
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
Dick size.
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me
How
at a
old
young
were you?
age. Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just agreed to work with him. I still don't trust him.
Do you trust me, Commander?
I haven't made up my mind about you yet.
At least you're giving me a chance. Most Alliance soldiers hate Cerberus on principle.
Hating jobs, how are you doing? Normally you're asleep at this time. It's just that my day was fucked today. So to be fair, it was like this. Yesterday I streamed a bunch and I really enjoyed it, but yesterday I slept like shit. Problems. And today I not only woke up later, but today is the day, every Wednesday, right? today is the day to watch MasterChef with my mother, MasterChef Brazil. So we take a long time. If I had woken up in a decent time, we would have had lunch together and watched it together. But I woke up 3 p.m. Yeah, judge me. And we watched it by the end of the afternoon because I control the television. I know how to press the buttons, and she doesn't. She knows, but she doesn't want to memorize, and I kind of understand because it's complicated for her, and she keeps forgetting when I teach her, when she asks me, and so on. So I finished my... I actually was working out as well. And when, like, we finished the MasterChef almost like 6 p.m. And then I had to like shower, like have lunch finally, and I was like organizing things here in the computer, helped her, and then I started I thought about not doing it today because of these like shenanigans. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for my principles. I'm going to stream every day, possibly. And I have public. I have like people in Germany, people in the Netherlands. I have the Finn guys, 76. So as long as I'm streaming every day, people are going to come here and watch. It's not 1,000 people, but it's good people. So I will eventually go back to the normal time, but I understood already, as long as I still have this system of my life, which is a good system. I love living with my mother, but it's a system nonetheless. So as long as I have this system, I cannot promise times. I can promise days, like I'm going to be up every day. And how are you doing? I didn't ask about your day or Star Sung's day. Like, how was your day also, Star Sung? How are you guys doing? You know what? Forget about it. You guys just say good. So I assume you had good days. See, if just on point. Good. Good day. All right. So Jake, okay, at least you're giving a most alliance soldiers hate server on principle. Jacob in the alliance. Jacob joining servers. Check
Why
out
did
the
you join
pyro
servers?
video.
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. The old council was dead, and humanity took control of the new one. But nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
I don't know what you're talking about, Chop. Check out the pyro video. It's live. You thought it was going to take a long time. What is this? Star Citizen pyro gameplay and first impressions. Incredible. Streamed 1 day ago. I'm going to get our first look at pyro, with the preview channel being now live for some. You can dive into the pyro playground one, and though this is very early, so expect bugs and unfinished elements. Hype for Star Citizen and pyro though.
But I can't pass up the opportunity to... That looks like an elevator, but it's not. I need to read chat. Pyro looks so much... I was just pressing all the buttons, chat. Open something work. No hot tub, 0 out of 10. That's fair. He didn't. It looked like he was plowing himself into the ground there, didn't he?
What about you, Star Sung? Are you going to play Star Citizen? Because I have some games to finish. I want to finish Starfield. I want to play and finish Elite Dangerous. I have Mass Effect 2 and 3. I want to play every PoE League. And it looks fresh to have a game like this now. But since it's not completed, I'm glad because I didn't finish to play the games that I want to play. And by the way, Star Citizen full release date. Alpha 4 has been estimated for end of 2023 or possibly 2024. Might be live in 2024 later. Alpha 4? What do you mean Alpha 4? I didn't even know there was more than Alpha 2. I heard firstly of Alpha 2 with Ashes of Creation. I don't really never like researched these like game development terminologies or something. I might have a look-see, but is it even something you can play already? Don't think so, no. There's like you can see here, right? It's playable. but it's early stages, okay? Warning though, this is very early, so expect bugs and unfinished elements. Hyped for Star Citizen and Pyro though. Yeah,
Oh, wait,
I think
we
they
went
make
somewhere else,
promotions, like they pay streamers to play their game
It's dark.
to promote the game and such.
It's the Connie a bit
So
better, I
that
think.
it brings more people into
that.
the hype train, right?
This place looks amazing.
But okay, I don't know about that because I like you haven't been in chats lately. But have you seen this here, Star Sun? The Star Engine Tech demo? Have you seen this? Fucking seriously, have you seen this? God damn it. Of course, this is in the realms of the realm of promises. I have like, but is it something you can play already? Yes, and Oichop, it's been out for a few years in version 3.2 now. So this here is insane. Take your time, watch it the other day. I watched it in one of the streams, eating and all. And this here looks better than Unreal Engine. Definitely. And I don't say this lightly. For me to say this, but this is promises, and this is a curated video, of course. So there must be catches there, but we are supposed to see this fully developed when Star Citizen is ready, because the name of the engine is Star Engine after all. But it's like big promises here. The demo is version 4.0. So yeah, I'm not going to touch Star Citizen until I finish my games that I want to play. And I still need to like maybe play Skyrim modded. I remember I was like just writing the other day in Skyrim. And Star Sun, I think he says hello to me, and his first line is, God just made me reinstall Skyrim because I see you writing everywhere, not using fast travel. And fuck, here I am installing every mod now. I'm like, how many mods do you have? So everybody that came in chat had hundreds of mods. I think Star Sun is not an exception. So I want to play Skyrim modded too. I want to play so many games. And because of this, I cannot feel bummed out by my routine here and or like a day that didn't work. I will stream every day possibly because I also have these deadlines. I have to play the games, experience the games, and finish them. To say that not only I experience them, but I finish them so that I can go move on to the next one, and we are going to have a bunch of contents in the meantime. So let's go back to Starfield 2.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Red tape.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. The old council was dead, and humanity took control of the new one. But nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Mission complete. Level up. Experience gained 1,000. Level earned 5. Squad points gained 2. Mission summary. Ship escape and attack. Import bonuses. You received the following bonuses for importing level 55 character into Mass Effect 2. Pursuit 1,500 experience. Start at level 4. A bunch of credits. 9,000 of each. Man, I had 9,999,999 credits, and I had 999 Masjal? biogel? Gel. I had a bunch of those, so... but I understand. Like, you have to start the game and shit. So I have, like, some nice bonuses here. Paragon, Renegade, Y30 Renegade. M100 Grenade Launcher, so I got a new weapon. Credits. Funding, credits found, total... okay.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic
What?
material to give us a clue.
Like,
Just
fuck.
disappear. And we've got no target to go after.
We are against the chupacabras. It's the chupacabras that did this. Have you heard of the chupacabras, you guys? Like, this was super scary when I was a kid, because it was happening in Brazil as well. Later, as an adult, I heard that it happened also in Latin America, like in general, and the reports, at least like far away from social media, I think was in the early 2000s. The reports were that cattle in general were appearing like in the early morning, sucked dry from blood, with like some puncture holes on them, and this was being reported for years. And like I said, as an adult, later on with internet, I chupacabra, I put it on and I saw news and reports of the same time that was happening and that I heard, but in Bolivia, in Peru, and in other countries of Latin America, the same description of shit, like cattle appearing without blood, with piercing in their bodies. Have you heard of this? The chupacabra, like literally the sheep sucker, like would be the name of the monster. But who knows? Maybe it's a urban legend.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
Cabra's goat. No. Yes. No, yeah. Oh, I always forget. Do you know that I confused this in Brazilian Portuguese? Because the goat has a female, right? Just like o bode. What's the female of bode? Cabra. Yes, cabra. So, cabra, bode. For some reason, my mind sends me to ovelha, sheep, when I think of cabra. Because cabra is the female word for bode, which is goat. But in English, it's just goat. Just that they're goats. It's a problem in my mother language that is being imported to second languages. Ovelhas, sheep, carneiros, sheep. Yes. No, you're right. Cabra is just the wife of the bode. It's goat. You're 100% correct. Chupacabra.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Cabra, bode is goat, yes. Goat sucker. Do you have this urban legend when you grew up as well? Also, we can control her. Warp. Rips enemies apart. The molecular level and stops health regeneration. Armor and biotic barriers. Okay, I'm not going to choose this. Fuck this. What about the Hypno Squad members are down? Accelerates reflexes. This weapon is already using this ammo. Rips through shields and shreds synthetic targets. So I don't need to use this, right? Wait. I cannot use it during cooldown. Oh, so there's a global cooldown. So I don't need to activate this, right? But this I need. Right, and the map. Oh, this is realistic. Because if you have a map, you just look at the map. Like it oh, look at the BMP. It's probably a BMP right in the background. It looks better, definitely. I have this grandiosity feeling.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
This is Silent Hill now. I'm playing Silent Hill.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, no signs of battle.
Directional audio is decent. It's kind of strange still. I hate the directional audio of Fallout 76, for example. That you actually have to be looking at the person to hear, or else you're going to either hear it like anything that you hear. Very low or not at all. What's this? Ouch, 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 ouch!
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colony.
Okay, that's fucked up. So when I
Here goes!
When I am in a barrier, I'm stuck and snapped.
Authorized for lethal force.
Tag!
Okay, I'm almost dead. Let's wait.
Shoot them before they take out your shields.
What? Okay, there she goes. Medija applied, and that... Oh, I can use... What is this that I can use there? Okay, the damage is insane.
Got no shields!
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Okay, hard, but cool. Oh, so these are bullets that I got. Okay. What's with these spare parts? Salvage. Credits. Oh, now it's the credit symbol that is appearing here. Because the first Mass Effect was just like a coin. A weird, ugly coin. Okay, this is... Wait a second, there's another door. Just realized you are on Mass Effect 2, yes. I finished Mass Effect 1 yesterday. No. Wasn't there another door? I could swear there was another door. No, that was just where I came from. Alright. And Starsun argued that I should be playing hardcore because of some things that happen when you're playing hardcore. I said, okay, then let's do it. But it's fucking hardcore. Like, no joke here. What do you mean they've seen us? Who? Where? Dude, how can I'm... Oh.
Threat neutralization initiated.
Okay, where are them? So Me2. Highlighting video nodes to find matching symbols. When you've found 2 matching symbols, select them to complete the circuit. Complete all circuits before you run out of time to bypass the circuit. What? Oh shit, okay. Got it. Understood. Access, okay, 2 credits.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any
shit.
chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that...
Cool, very
You're
cool.
alive?
She has resistance capacitors, yes. Don't tell me about capacitors. Fuck capacitors, man. I remember when I was like 15 studying this shit. God damn it. All my problems started with the fucking capacitors.
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his Suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Is there anywhere in the 3 games that we can see the real Quarians? Or the real... the other one that also has full suit?
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Cool. And I don't understand how in 2023 Starfield cannot make seamless conversation like this. I hate the little pauses. I really enjoy, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to finish the game. Like, I'm still in copium, you can say. But I don't understand. Codex, we have more shit. Technology. Security max. Okay, this is new, right? The death of thousands of security and military personnel in the Battle of the Citadel was a loss felt throughout the galaxy. As large numbers of qualified personnel transferred to the Citadel to replace those that died, short-handed security companies filled out their numbers with large-scale use of unmanned security robots, commonly referred to as mechs. Security robots are typically grouped into light and heavy varieties. Light mechs come in a variety of sizes but are easily distinguished by opposable digits that help them in their versatile security roles. Heavy mechs lack digits that are simply weapons platforms intended to keep the peace in high threat areas. The quadrupedal dog mech has a face composed of contraband detection sensors, and it too is armed in case of a perpetrator resist arrest. A typical security mech has an extremely limited virtual intelligence. Its duty is straightforward and narrow, usually to guard an area, run a friend of foe program to halt unauthorized access, and fire a set of pre-recorded voice commands to warn troublemakers away from the area. Light security mechs are equipped with irritant sprays and electroshockers to force compliance, and heavy mechs may be outfitted with flashbang stunners for similar purposes. When facing an opponent armed with a firearm, any mech will immediately resort to lethal anti-personnel weapons to neutralize the threat. The situation turns violent rapidly enough, it may not even use its warnings. Security mechs are frowned upon for actual military duty. Though tough enough to survive most fights, their VI simply does not have the programming to plan an ambush, rescue a hostage, treat a wound, or any of countless other objectives that a soldier must be able to perform on the fly. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, Combat Mastery, let's go there then. Those Combat Mastery into one of the following commando. Your killing intent is ever present. Increasing weapon damage and storm speed, and giving a damage bonus to powers. Shock Troopers, survival instinct grants you an intense concentration that further increases weapon damage and storm speed, and gives a duration bonus to powers. So costs 4 squad points, I have 2. I'm going to wait for Combat Mastery. I'm gonna go for Combat Mastery. Now Miranda, auto level up. Overload Warp Cerberus Officer. Wait, what? Increase her health and weapon damage. Okay, let's auto level up. No, Jacob. Auto level up as well. I'm gonna go with Combat Mastery. Like, who doesn't like passives? Passives are the shit. Later on, I go for the actives, I think. I have a little renegade here that I shouldn't have. But cool. Squads. Journal. Why is it shining, squad? Oh, I still have points to spend. No, I'm going to save those. Journal. Find Vitor. Codex, there's still new shit? Oh, yeah.
Immediately following the First Contact War, an anonymous extranet manifesto warned that an alien attempt at human genocide was inevitable. The manifesto called for an army, a Cerberus, to guard against invasion through the Charon Relay. Derided as survivalist rhetoric written by an elusive man, the manifesto and its anonymous author soon fell off the media radar. But in 2165, terrorists stole antimatter from the SSV Geneva. The sole figure arrested named his sponsor Cerberus. Throughout the 2160s and 2170s, alleged Cerberus agents assassinated politicians, sabotaged starships bearing EZO, and conducted nightmarish experiments on aliens and humans. Denounced as human supremacist, Cerberus calls itself human survivalist. Counter-terror experts speculate Cerberus may have changed leadership with its recent shift to stockpiling ships, agents, and weapons. Whether he, she, or they, the elusive man hides his finances hidden behind shell companies. Few doubt he will kill anyone attempting to expose him.
You You said that did that race. Remember that race shop that regard themselves as this one was the beginning of the pronouns. Now we we have the leader of Cerberus here being he, she, or they, right? Depending on the day. The elusive man.
The reclusive tycoon calling himself the elusive man is a human nationalist focused on advancing human interests, whatever the cost to non-humans. The Citadel Council regards him as a fanatic, posing a serious threat to galactic security. A mysterious maverick, to say the least, the elusive man heads the Cerberus network. Dubbed the Elusive Empire by investigators, Cerberus is an allegedly untraceable syndicate of private intelligence agencies, biotics laboratories, engineering and scientific research teams, and lucrative front companies. Branded a terrorist and seditionist organization by authorities, Cerberus is the only human power base other than the Terra Firma Party, strong enough to embarrass, if not threaten, the Council and its human representatives. Freedom's Progress colony was once a typical Alliance settlement, but following complete communications blackout and its apparent destruction, is now a lightning rod for anxiety and dread in the galactic human community. The communications blackout followed an upgrade of the colony's small military force, supplemented by mechs and security drones, with high-powered, tower-mounted Guardian lasers. Colonists complained about construction cost overruns, delays, noise, and damage to the local environment. They also feared the defense array could be seen as provocative to their world's neighbors. Such fears may not have been baseless. Authorities have still offered no explanation for the communications blackout, fueling rumors of plagues, natural disasters, or a cult-inspired mass suicide. Located in strategically insignificant space, Freedom's Progress colony had once offered residents spectacular rainbows, lush marshlands, and stunning mountain ranges. Its potential as an agricultural settlement and tourism wonderland rivaled that of any Alliance colony.
Okay. Correct. Plus 11 Paragon. Okay, keep gaining those.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Oh. Oh, come on. Is this still a fuel pit?
They see you, Shepard.
You see me? Where? Oh! Really? You're right here? Where are the matching pings? Let's go there. So do you have time? Where does it show the time? Oh shit, I'm dumb. Sorry. Wait, what? So did I miss the opportunity? And where was it that what? Where was this? Weird. Okay, Jesus.
Be right there.
Yeah! Target down!
Okay, that's a missile in my face? Really? Okay, these things load really fast, this power. That is just missiles that they
There we go! Perfect!
Wait, I got new weapon? When?
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but
What? I got a new weapon? Shotgun, assault rifle, sniper rifle. So I have always had this weapon? Why am I not using my assault rifle then?
find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have
still catch them.
Shotgun!
Oh, he ducked
We're inside the loading docks.
right on time.
Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vito first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the door. Shepard, you take point.
Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
We need to send your henchmen to waypoints. Okay.
Affirmative.
Got it!
Cool. Oh shit, okay. What?
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Interesting the camera work. It's like somebody's filming from there. Do we have fucking grenade launcher here, I think?
Overload will take out their shields. Try to overload.
How do we overload? What is it that I have to overload? It's this? Yeah, I cannot be here. Ouch. Okay, that's bad cover. Okay, is it still recharging, I think?
It's gonna blow!
Okay, even blows. Very cool. Fragile crate so I can destroy this? Okay, cool. And the ammunition is really hard here.
This is valuable.
Heavy weapon. What's this? Iridium. And they're all dead, this Korean. Jesus. Okay, I guess I have like one attempt. Oh, the time. I just saw the time now. Cool. Heavy weapon ammo. What's this heavy weapon? Grenade launcher, I think. A shotgun, okay. Many weapons.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Salvage.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mechs will protect. Swarms.
What? Paragon action.
You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
Why didn't the colonists fight back, Vitor? What happened?
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
A very different way of storytelling from Mass Effect 1. Like,
Shepard,
big changes.
Good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data.
Improved.
But it's a surprising olive branch, given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Tell me what you know about these Collectors.
They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
He's not wrong. And I don't feel bad about killing the Council again.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
What about Tally? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Urdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Oh, shit. Okay. This guy is good.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Oh, shit!
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
Oh, we have this again? Pretty cool. Is it like a new prototype? There's probably music here. It's too quiet. I would like to hear some, at least like industrial sounds or something. SR2, so it's not Normandy. But it looks like the same prototype.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Okay, so they named it Normandy. I would like to hear these sounds. Come on, it's not hard. I think not. Okay, let me go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. Let's go. Shit. Level up. Mission summary, heavy weapons ammo, credits, iridium. Oh. Do we have crew? There's crew. Very cool.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Sure. Cool. Alright. Oh, research equipment. Cool, that's better. Oh, now there's a full... Oh, look at this fucking map, dude! Fuck, that's a big upgrade. Yeah, okay. Holy shit. Let's start with Joker and the DI.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Not now. Oh no, yeah, private terminal. Team status. Upgrades. Oh, there's many slots. Very cool. Psycho appearance. So I can change her appearance fully. Very cool. Yeah, like this is fine. Info, heavy pistol, shotguns, incendiary ammo, pole, barrier. Submachine guns, heavy pistols, warp, overload, loyalty normal, loyalty normal. Cool. Upgrades. Improve your squad members' powers, your weapons and your ship, making mission success more likely. Acquire new upgrades by finding them on missions, purchasing them from stores, or research them using a research terminal. Read messages. What? Message from Anderson, from Counselor Anderson. On the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put us on top, and it's only fair that you'll be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Deal struck with Zaid Massani, from Elusive Man. Shepard, we've reached an agreement. This is very cool. With veteran mercenary Zaid Massani. You may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus systems, and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You will find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I've taken care of that personally. Lost contact with survey ship. From Project Firewalker. Commander, the MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planet-side exploration rover. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Kais and Dr. Robert O. Loy are aboard the MSV Rosalie and conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, her survey team, and the doctors. MSV Rosalie was last seen near planet Ziona, Elista Ismar Frontier. Normandy crash site. What are these little located? Oh, cool! Commander Shepard, our scans in the Armada system have turned up something we thought you should see. Final location of the wreckage of SSV Normandy. I thought this news might be important to you. But we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of these lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance, so that those heroes' families might find some closure. Godspeed to you, Commander. Cool. Who sent this? Admiral Hackett. Recon Hood, Elusive Man, Shepard. It occurred to our armor technicians that you may not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. Has additional microframe functions that you may like. The hood is in your quarters. Overlord. Shepard, one of our cells just went off the grid without an explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with high volatile technology. I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the Planet 8 Typhon system. The Phoenix Massing Cluster. Please use care in this matter. Arc Projector. From Elusive Man, Shepard. We recently had an incident involving the Geth at one of our outposts in the Skillian Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against a Geth scouting party and credited their success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out of the lab. Since their unit is being reassigned for some rest and relaxation, I thought you should take custody of the weapon in the meantime. The weapon is called an arc projector. I sent it to the Normandy's armory so you can examine it for yourself and use it if you deem it worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests that indicated it overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well. The laboratory demonstrations are a poor substitute for actual field reports. When it works, now we want to see what it can do in the right hands. If all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. Rendezvous with Kasumi Goto. Elusive Man. Shepard. At great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief Kasumi Goto and convinced her to work with you. Very few people have ever heard of her, and fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She is unequaled at stealth and infiltration. Her skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to the Zakir ward in the Citadel. There you'll find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Put the password Silence is Golden to begin the rendezvous. And Essential Financial Services, your accounts. From Stanwyck Dobbs, banking agent, Essential Financial Services, Earth. Hello, Commander Shepard. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting modest administration fees for closing the file, the subsequent change in status and the reactivation of your account, you have a remaining balance of 100,000 credits. Thank you for banking with Essential Financial Services. We look forward to be working with you, of course. Are you protecting your greatest assets? Do you know what call I received today? Listen to this shit. So, let's go for the prologue. The story is that I lived in a... let me finish this. Are you protecting your greatest assets? We find the best life insurance rates and the coverage to fit your needs. Reply for free quotes today. Okay, so before I came to this apartment here, I lived in another neighborhood in front of a university here because I taught a lot of students in the university English normal. And not only that, but I had clients, as when I say clients is nutrition, when I say students is English. I had clients in the university as well, and I also studied at the university, so it made all sense to be living in front of it. And when I gave up the apartments back to the landlord and came back here, I quit all the bills, right? And I paid all that was needed. But then there are some weird things that that sometimes happen, especially with fucking communications, telecommunications companies like internet companies and cell phone companies. I don't know if this happens in other countries, but it does happen in Brazil, and it's a bitch. That they have, when you pay the last account and you unplug the shit. So imagine, I don't remember the dates, but imagine that you unplug it in like 10th of September. You declare to them that you are closing your account of internet and telephone services in that address, and you would like it to have like the value of half the month, so that you can pay, and then you pay the value that they give you, and you unplug it 20 days before the month closing or whatever. Let's assume I pay on the 1st, right? So just for the example here, and then I'm like, my mind is fine, right? I'm okay, I paid, I don't have any problems now with the fucking internet company. And then I moved here, and then I think like 3 months passed, and no, sorry. A month passed, they start to call me. Oh, there's still a fee, you have to pay a fee. And what their explanation was that after I closed the services, there was a technician visit. That's what they say, like a technician visit. And I didn't pay this technician visit. Of course, I was not even leaving the place. It was not probably even accessible or something. But this what the lady said today. At the time, it was what was being said was that the rest of the month of the other month after I cancelled was still in debt, so I needed to pay that value, and so I paid. I said, okay, I'm so sorry, I don't know how this works, and I just want my name clean because I need my name clean, obviously. And then I paid something like 50 or 40% of the value of a month, right? I paid it in 2020. Good. I still had work, I still had my money, and my bank account was very green. Then 6 months pass, and then my mother starts to get calls, which I was already getting, from this same bill, right? Like, fucking cat hair. Like I hadn't paid. And I kept telling them, dude, I paid, it's the same, I'm not going to pay this twice, dude, like, stop doing this. And then they start to call my mother, can you believe this shit? And my mother said, my son, you should pay. I'm like, Mom, I paid, I have the document here. I even showed her in the computer the digital documents that we had. Like, oh, look, I deposited, it's all, they gave me the what's the name? I forgot the documents that the invoice. They gave me the invoice. It's all here. Like, it's. Do you see that's not the value of the month? It's the actual corrected value of They were like telling me to pay. I paid, and then she's like, "Oh, I should pay." I don't know if she was not believing me, or if she thought that there was another thing that they were charging. But I know that at the time, I knew 100%. I was 100% sure that they were charging me by phone the same thing that they charged me via email and via the accounts that you enter in their website. And I had paid this, right? Okay, so behind my back, so a document arrives here in this house, and it's a bill for the same shit, now just printed. And even more expensive because there was like what do you call? Jesus, I can't speak English sometimes. Interest, with interest rate on it, like 8 months of interest. So it was like 120% value of a month's paid now. So I paid like 40% because I paid in time. I paid exactly the day that they called me. I'm like, okay, let me correct this. I paid, and then a document arrives with interest rates on that same value, the same thing that they were charging me, and then behind my back, my mother took the document went to the bank and paid. And then she came back with the document, paid, and showed me, look, son, I paid so that your name doesn't go to... I'm like, oh, Mom, thank you so much, but you just paid a thing that was already paid. Okay, so let it be, so that they stop calling me, they stop calling you, and now you have no problem. I'm like, okay, that's all right. And then they stopped calling me, but then 2 years passed in 2022. By the end of 2022, people started to call me again, and I didn't know what it was. So just like a robot, okay, like generated an AI voice, was like, is Ramon there? And I'm like, in the beginning I was like saying, yes, hello, who is it? And it would just hang on my face. Like very rude. And then I started to block these numbers. I must have like hundreds of numbers blocked here. It doesn't make any sense. And every time, I'm very like specific on this, because I kept like my former job, I would be called by strangers, right, that wanted me as a nutritionist or as an English teacher. So I had to take the calls, and I never stopped this habit. So every single time I would I would answer, put on like a speaker mode, and wait for somebody to say something. And then I like, if it was just silence, they would hang up, and I blocked the number. If they weren't silent, sometimes it was a friend of my mother, sometimes was a client, sometimes was other things. And today was one of these days. Like I don't know, after lunch I think I was washing dishes, and then fucking called. So I answered it, and hello. So it was not a robotic voice. I'm like, oh, he's a human being. All right, I can be rude to someone. So then, okay, hi, I'm like Ramon, and so they started to talk to me about this tax from 2020 where I lived. Like, they say the name of my old neighborhood, and I'm like, no, dude, this is already paid. And then I explained the same thing that I explained to you. I explained to the tenant. Okay, I paid this, and the day that they charged, and then a bill with the same payment with interest rate arrived, printed in my address. My mom paid it. She was so proud and happy. And then you're calling me for the same thing? Are you shitting me? Like, nothing against you. You're just like a worker. No, but the company has millions of users, and they clearly have problems with their documents and shit. So I'm not paying for a third time. I'm so sorry. And as she was a robot, she started to repeat the same thing that she was repeating. I even said, did you listen to anything that I said? And she got interrupted. She was actual human being, and she was like, no, but I, and then she repeated again. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to pay. You can put my name in the list. It's called Serasa in Brazil, the list of the people that like owe money. And you can put my name. I'm not going to pay for a third time. I'm not going to go for suing you. I don't have time for this, or like energy. I don't care. Just put my name there. I'm not going to pay. And I know that you have nothing to do with this. I'm just like telling you, trying to be like practical here and such. And can you believe that she started to recite the same thing again? Like some corporate shit? No, but according to this protocol and this, now we're giving you 75% discount. It could be £1. I'm not paying you. Like, if I had paid something, and now you give me the same bill with 99% discount, I'm not paying. It doesn't matter. Like, they are giving me 75% discount on something that I paid twice. Like, do you understand? Do you listen to my... And then I swear to God, she started to say for the fourth time, like I was not saying anything. And I'm like, is this a very realistic human voice? No, I think she's human. And I said, can you stop? And then she stopped, and I said, okay, I know that you cannot do this. I'm going to turn off the phone in your face. I'm not going to pay. You can put my name there in the list. I'm not going to sue. I don't care. Just put my name. In 5 years I leave. I do not care. Or if I start to have like big financial problems because of this, I'm going to sue, definitely. I'm going to go and I'm going to spend time because I'm going to be obliged. But just put my name there. and have a nice evening, lady. A nice afternoon, lady. You have nothing to do. This is just your company that is like doing some malpractice. And then I hang on her face. What the fuck was this calling, man? I know that like you have this corporate bullshit happening frequently in other countries as well. Do you have a story that is similar to this? Do you guys, like anybody that is watching me, I don't know. This I need to vent this. God damn it! It's like fucking people. I wouldn't work a job like this. No way. I would need to be desperate, like to follow this sort of protocol. Dude, like she felt like a robot talking, and she was clearly a human being. That is sad. Drink water. Alright. So we have these messages. And then we have archived messages. Read your archived messages. I don't have any. I think these are the completed things, right? Scholar. I'm going to talk to people now.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Oh, we can romance many other characters, apparently.
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Okay. Man, there's a lot to do here.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center.
Okay,
Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts.
Deck 1, Deck 2, Deck 3, Deck 4. Okay, give me a second. Whoa.
While Normandy is flown from the bridge,
Jesus.
during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the sea. A
Tech
scientist
labs.
is required to use the technical laboratory.
Oh, so I do not have a scientist. Okay, I have to hire one apparently. Can I like arrest one? And okay, you're working for me now.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Me2, computer-aided design and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
Shepard. Assault rifle, katana shotgun, Mantis sniper rifle, Predator heavy pistol, M100 grenade launcher. 2 options. What is the option? Arc projector. Ionizes targets with a non-visible laser to ready them for a high voltage electrical attack. As the lightning bolt hits its first target, sophisticated auto-targeting system paints succeeding targets with the ionization laser, allowing the electricity to take the path of least resistance arc between them. The entire enemy strike team can be shocked to death with a few pulses of the trigger. What if I just prefer the grenade launcher? Rapid fire grenade launcher favored by blood-packed vulture mercenaries. Capable of taking down multiple enemies with a single well-placed shot. Effective against armor, shields, and biotic barriers. Let's choose the grenade launcher. Alright. Ranger assault rifle. Katana shotgun. Anti-sniper rifle. Predator heavy pistol. Jacob. Miranda. Cool. Where did I come from? I came from there, right? Okay. What's this? Oh, it shows here. What's this? Okay, I can go from one to the other. Jacob.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past.
Yeah.
But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Lots of weapons. Oh shit, very cool. Very cool that you can see things from here. You can see the layout is much better. It's really cool. And from here you can go to the tech lab, which is locked because I do not have a technician.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
Briefing room.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the elusive man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the elusive man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the elusive man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
Holy shit.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one link to each world.
Good.
That's all
Very
for
cool.
now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Joker would like to see you up on the bridge, Commander.
That's going to be the last one, the galaxy map. Oh, people talking. The crew members that are random. It is much better. Very cool.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline.
Okay, this is
I
fishy.
assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
Okay.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Very cool.
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The Reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather?
Okay, very cool. She has the same personality that I really like. So I cannot leave because we are in fucking space. Now let's go to the... Oh, what's this? Oh, codex entries are still scattered. Nice, what did I find? Haptic adaptive interface. Advances in computing have done away with traditional input devices like keyboard. Instead, modern input peripherals are usually holographically displayed in front of the user at a heightened angle for ergonomic ease. Machines that use this interface detect a user through a microframe chip in the user's glove that keys into the computer. Once a user is accepted, motion accelerometers in the user's glove match his hand's location with that of a proportionate but smaller mirror set of controls inside the computer itself. As the user presses against the holographic field, force feedback in the glove kicks in, giving a slight resistance. A person can then feel his way through using a touch screen that isn't actually there. A simple toggle switch on the back of the hands allows the gloves to be turned off when not in use. Haptic interfaces have become so common that some individuals undergo cybernetic enhancement surgery to have the accelerometers implanted in their fingertips. Going bare skin is a sign of a committed computer user, who no longer has to fuss with putting on gloves or cleaning them with alcohol wipes to get rid of the clammy hand smell. Alright. Jesus. Implanted? Shit? Nope. Run chips on me. No way. Project Overlord. Planet 8. Ait. 2 beautiful moons, 1 spectacular ring, 0 neighbors. It says a popular advertisement for this terminal system's world. Ait is known for its sparsely settled population despite being a garden planet with a colony nearly a century old. Blessed with a mild climate, wildlife no more dangerous than that on Earth, and soil and bacteria amenable to imported plants, Ait would appear to be an unexploited paradise. However, it is unpopular for 2 reasons. The first and most obvious is that its moon, Litae, is in an unstable orbit that will lead to a planetary impact and an extinction level event within the next 2 centuries? As such, all investment in the planet is short-term, and the biggest business is selling off the local biota to the highest bidder. The second drawback is the level of violence on the planet. Like the rest of the Phoenix Massing cluster, Ait was briefly considered part of the Citadel space during its first wave of colonization. However, when the colony broke off to become an independent planet in 2133, the Council let the doomed planet go with less than a day of debate. Free from any real governing body, Ait's history has since been filled with wars between small frontier towns, city-states over its resources. The result is a dangerous world where the average citizen is expected to be self-reliant to the point of fending for themselves against cutthroat corporations, strong armed militia groups, and even Geth incursions. The fighting is so frequent that the name of the planet itself has changed more than 11 times. In a sign of blunt indifference, standard Citadel galaxy maps refer to the world by the name given to it by human colonists in the latter half of the century. Cool.
In the early 2160s, living beyond the Omega-4 mass relay in the Terminus systems, the mysterious Collectors species is glimpsed so rarely as to be taken for a myth by most in galactic society. In reality, Collectors are human-sized insectoid bipeds and can resemble massive winged beetles. They are a terrifying force in the galaxy, responsible for the murder of hundreds of thousands. Collectors generate permanent stasis fields around themselves, creating nightmarish red-shifted energy fields. In battle, they hold position whenever possible, relying on their aggressive biotics and nearly limitless power. Several types of bipedal collectors have been identified, including minions, defenders, zealots, assassins, and artillery operators. Acting together, collectors have imprisoned entire cities in stasis. While no definite forensic accounting exists to explain the fate of those imprisoned, leading speculation is that victims are harvested for scientific experimentation and neurobiological repurposing. A political economic pact for collective colonial security, the Alliance is the central galactic institution of human society. The Alliance gained associate membership to the Citadel Council in 2165 and assumed leadership in 2183, with former Alliance Captain David Anderson presiding. Many species regard humanity as a rogue race, and its 2183 victory following the attack on Eden Prime as a brutal and calculated sacrifice of its military rivals. Humans allegedly leveraged military victory into a political one, carving associate membership out of the violently depopulated Council. Because of the human Spectre Shepard's pivotal role in saving the Council, many analysts conclude several humans will be made candidates for Spectre status, further solidifying the human contribution to galactic peace. By achieving in decades what others waited centuries to receive, especially after so bloody a conflict, humans have guaranteed themselves deep hostility and fear throughout the galaxy.
Okay, I'm going to assume that this is a very static encyclopedia entry that doesn't change because of our history. It should, because it's talking about me, and I didn't save the Calcium. I saved human lives. Lives in general, actually.
The Systems Alliance space vehicle Normandy is a... With elaborate secrecy, Cerberus labored for years to build a new, superior Normandy. The vehicle's many alterations produced a craft nearly double the original size, requiring an even larger Tantalus drive core to compensate. The new Normandy features greater space in living quarters, research laboratory, observation deck, and cargo bay. Its shuttle can make landings the Normandy cannot attempt. In addition to tight beam communicators, Normandy's Quantum Entanglement Communicator, QEC, provides instantaneous contact with the elusive man. The Enhanced Defense Intelligence AI coordinates many of the ship's combat functions, assisting and even supplanting human piloting. Potential upgrades are numerous. The airframe could support additional armor and an axial mass accelerator. The thrusters could support recent advances in fuel technology beyond H2O2 chemical rockets. And the hull can mount double the standard number of kinetic barrier projectors, leaving space for stronger shields, easily sustainable via the new ESO drive core.
Okay. Let's go to the captain's cabin.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Cool. Medal of Honor. Save humanity throughout the galaxy from certain annihilation. Yeah, that probably will give you a medal. Oh, we have Liara here! That's a nice photograph of the last girlfriend. The private terminal here is also accessible. Cool, cool, cool. Armored locker, armor. Casual appearance. Sound system, select the music. I mean, I don't have music, so it's not activating, so it makes sense. Alright. Crew's quarters. Oh. Starboard observation deck.
The starboard observation deck is closed until needed.
Oh. Women's restroom?
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
Shit. Crew quarters. Elevator. Men's restroom. Alright, cool.
Access to life support is restricted.
Crew quarters.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Alright. People here, just here, maybe playing cards or something?
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
The medical lab.
What's this area of the ship?
The sick bay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
Commander Shepard.
Oh!
I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Alright, that's very cool. Did I click on this?
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Cool.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Find Brandy?
Access to the AI core is restricted.
AI core. Now the mission is find Brandy. That's a nice mission. Oh, she has an office. Bitch. And she has... Oh, okay.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
This, I remember the two, 3 or 4 lines of conversation before. Star Sung sent me a screenshot.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
Of course. Engineering.
The Systems Alliance UT-47 drop shuttle landing craft holds 12 soldiers in a cramped, uncomfortable cargo bay and 2 more in the cockpit. Officially named the Kodiak, the drop shuttle is better known to Alliance Marines as the Combat Cockroach due to its appearance and durability. The vehicle's robust environmental sealant technology exposes few vulnerable parts to the elements. First tested in the sulfuric acid clouds and extreme temperatures of Venus, the Kodiak can land in hard vacuum, high pressure, and temperatures from near absolute zero to over 900 degrees Celsius. A true contragravitic vehicle, the Kodiak's substantial Element Zero core allows flight by entirely countering the vehicle's mass. Its small thrusters are for directional control only. So if the mass effect field fails, the vehicle becomes a proverbial 3 million credit coffin. The unarmed shuttle forgoes weaponry space for active masking, electronic countermeasures, and a robust kinetic barrier system, ideal for dropping troops undetected.
Cool.
Access to this room is currently restricted.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays,
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Oh, different.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. Amazed Shepard came down to see us.
That's very cool.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
And that is it. The beauty.
What's this area of the ship?
The Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds. Access to this room is currently restricted.
Does it have a lower area? What's going on here? Cool, cool. I don't know if there's going to be anything here. But that's cool. We have more walking area. Now I'm going to save.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
What? Which one? Can I know which one? Did I? I have a bunch of missions, yes. I'm happy that there's a lot to do. And I don't know how it is, like if we have vehicles or just the shuttle, if we'll go on feet. I should say on foot, I keep saying on feet. I don't know why. Okay, cool. And those are the completed ones. Stop it. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah, okay, let's pay here. Purchase rank. You're killing intent. Okay. Group commando. Powerful. So got commando here. Cool.
Earlier when we spoke, you were very open with me. I like that, but I hope I didn't come across as too flirty. I don't want to overstep my bounds.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
So, okay, no new.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
I see here. I didn't find any other message, so let's go to the galaxy map. Okay, like very different. Oh, so I navigate the ship like this? That's weird. Do I spend like fuel? No. Oh, we are in one system. Can I collide with the star? No. Okay, Photar. Oh, it's very different. Unexplored. Enter orbit. Let's go little by little. Dude, that's much better. Urdak. Cool. Urdak is a close-orbiting brown dwarf. Most red-brown dwarf binary systems have an average separation of 8 AU. The Sarabaric system is about 12 billion years old, and it has long since used up the deuterium used to fuel fusion. So Urdak is not luminous like some brown dwarfs are. Urdak is a class L brown dwarf with a relatively low temperature of 1,300 degrees Celsius. But its heat... Oh, so that's the other star that is like fading. Their room, okay, but its heat, Urdak's a class of blah, 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 but its heat and gravity have made it unpopular for development. There are rumors that the heads of several of Omega's crime syndicates maintain private residences on various moons. Whatever the truth of the matter, no, that's a planet. But it's a brown dwarf. No, it is a brown dwarf. Whatever. Whatever the truth of the matter, battles between syndicate vessels are often observed around the ring plane. News outlets on Omega maintain satellites at Urdak's Lagrange points for real-time coverage of these battles, which garner high viewer ratings. Okay. Start scanner. Wait, what? Urdak scanner results moderate. Wait, 0. So I can launch a probe. Oh, I have 10 probes?
In research projects, palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
Okay, so I found palladium here. That's so different. Here you have a lot of iridium. Here.
Probe launched. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
So you have palladium, iridium. Can I spin the planet more? I can. Okay, high concentration of palladium here.
Probe launched.
Okay, that looked good.
Launching probe. In research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
That's so different, man.
Probe away.
So how can you acquire more probes? I'll figure out. Scanner results spore. Okay. So enter orbits. Now Omega, recruit or change you, the professor, the veteran. Buy probes at a fuel station. Okay, cool. Enter orbit of the Omega. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Looks like a virus. Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There is no central government or unified authority or Omega, and nobody can recall a time there ever was one. Right? Relation 7.8 million? Whoa. Orbital distance, Earth, talk. Man, that's very cool.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate. Now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
Things explode.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Mordin Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Afterlife is the name of the bar in Cyberpunk. Whoa! Holy shit. Man, it is with sadness that I say that so far Mass Effect 2 is better than Starfield in many of the systems. It is sad to say that, but look at this map, look at the navigation, look at everything. God damn it. Oh shit. Maybe in Starfield we have spaceship combat, and that's something that we don't have here, but
Please. Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates, even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Go ahead and get set up on the Normandy.
Right. I'll go make myself at home. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
What the fuck? You just got like a weird criminal guy, but like whatever, let's see how that goes. Plant Zoria. Bring firearms and antihistamines is what veteran guides say about this lush garden world. First colonized in 2160, Zoria's temperate and tropical zones are overrun with plants and fungi of all kinds. As a result, the air is in most habitable areas is choked with pollen and spores that range from benign to deadly. The scattered colonies across the planet have resorted to clear-cutting and slash-and-burn farming to create habitable zones. In the more rural areas where the spores are thickest, populated only by vorcha, lax ecological laws allow mining and manufacturing industries to flourish and pollute cheaply, as the planet's carrying capacity far outstrips the current size of its colonies. Zori is also home to the Blue Suns Mercenary Company, who dominate the colony's security forces. The Suns enjoy nearly unlimited influence with local politicians and judges, ensuring no other private military contractors can compete with them economically. Nearly every colony has a Suns recruiting station, if not a training camp. Though this has hardly made the planet any safer, piracy, drugs and vice, and political violence are commonplace.
Originally an asteroid rich in element zero, Omega was briefly mined by the Protheans, who eventually abandoned it due to its thick, impenetrable crust. Thousands of years later, nature did what even the Protheans could not. A collision with another asteroid broke Omega in half, exposing its trove of element zero for easy mining. A rush ensued as corporations and private individuals tried to strike it rich on Omega, and thieves and outlaws followed in their wake. As space became tight, construction of processing facilities extended vertically from the asteroid, creating Omega's jellyfish-like silhouette. To prevent future collisions, the station is ringed with enormous mass effect field generators that redirect incoming debris. Today, Omega is a major hub of narcotics, weapons, and EZO trafficking, without even a pretense of civilian government or military control. Only mercenary groups have been able to instill a limited order. The most ruthless is an Asari syndicate run by the notorious Arya Talok.
Cool. Zaid was a character you could unlock by registering an account with BioWare. He became a fan favorite. Really? Alright. But you could unlock in Mass Effect 1? Like what? This information is a little messy. But okay, I got it. Right. Zoria. So right here. No, Mass 2 only. Okay. So this here that I'm having with Legendary Edition, that is a given, was only given to you if you register a BioWare account. You could get this mission and then see him here. Cool.
What a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Yeah, probably. Very cool, man. Very cool. No, awesome. More than awesome. God damn it. Fuck me. Yeah, it lacks the 2023 technology, but this little bitmap that we see in some 3D constructions are better than some of the stations in Starfield. That is sad, man. We could have had so much more of Starfield. I think, okay, I'm going to make a promise to myself. I have to stop comparing this series with Starfield, because it's just depressing. Of course, Starfield has space combat and all, but all the other elements so far that Mass Effect has, okay, combat is better in Starfield. I'll give it that. But apart from combat and spaceship that doesn't even exist, combat is like a given. It's the area, like it's what 13 years later, but all the rest is better. Seamless dialogues, the lore, the feasibility of the lore, the views. Like, oh my god, there's so many. Okay, yeah, I have to stop comparing. I'll just like get stressed. Yes, they added all DLC and optional stuff in the Legendary, except multiplayer from Mass 3 and Pinnacle Station from Mass 1. What is Pinnacle Station and what is multiplayer? I mean, I know what multiplayer is, but what is Pinnacle Station? How does multiplayer work in Mass 3? Please, if you care to stop what you're doing to tell me, I would be really happy. Transport Depot? Wait, what? Transport Depot? I cannot interact with it. Maybe it's that one. There's nothing to interact here. But it keeps saying Transport Depot. Normandy. Transport Depot. Maybe there's a mission later for this or something. To have money here, they have Merc Recruiter. Upper Afterlife entrance. I'm gonna go lower Afterlife VIP area. Pinnacle Station was an arena of sorts. You could fight waves of enemies with a small story, but they lost the files. What do you mean they lost the files? What do you mean they lost the files? What? It's just that like that Nintendo scandal that they are charging a lot of money for people in the Wii's. I think it's the Wii's, the Wii consoles, to play the older games. But then when one user saw a ROM of an old Super Mario game, he found that it was a ROM present in a pirate website. So Nintendo didn't have the original, I think, Super Mario 3, Super Mario 2. they had to download from one of these websites to put it available to you. So they actually pirated their own game because they didn't have the original. You can find this news somewhere, and then provide it and charge you a lot of money in the Wii services to give you that. So BioWare lost the data from that. You are fucking kidding me. That's making it. How? Oh my god. How does that happen? Jesus. Yeah, that's the afterlife. Very cool. We have apartments, marketplace, lower section. So let's go to the apartments.
2 years since the destruction of the Destiny Century, planning for the fleet of the new Allied Citadel Defense Unit has begun. The Asari Republics has ceded its share of defense responsibility.
Mad profit, of course.
End. End is not. Humans are a blight on galactic purity. You, sir, you are a blight. And you, human, and you. Protheans cast off the lesser races, the Krogan, the Vorja, and the humans. And so they dwelled in filth, on worlds made of dirt and feces. And there they lay until they stumbled into the skies. The lesser races will be our downfall. The word is clear.
Complaining is pointless, human. There's a plague. Nobody gets in or out.
You can't keep me out. I live in there.
I'm doing you a favor, lady. If you go in, the guards will cut you down.
You can't do this. Everything I own is in that apartment.
I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole zone quarantined. Nobody gets in.
I'm human, you ass. Humans can't get the plague. Now let me get my stuff out before looters get it.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in until the plague has run its course.
So you're saying the slums are completely sealed off?
Finally, a human that can hear. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You can't keep me out. I'm gonna lose all my stuff.
I'm doing you a favor, human. Anybody in the quarantine zone will be dead from the plague or the gangs in a few weeks.
I didn't think Omega had any kind of law enforcement. Who gave the order to quarantine the slums?
Fresh off the transport, huh? Arya Tilope calls the shots around here. She's got her little blue hands on every business in this district. And a plague is bad for business. She hired us to keep anyone from entering or leaving the quarantine zone.
There's a Solarian named Morden Solus in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? Yeah, crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. The Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. I hear Morden's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck, but the area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague or the Blue Suns kill everyone. Then go in and clean up.
Listen, you're stuck here until this quarantine is over. That could take weeks. What you really need is to get this problem solved right now. That's what I do. Solve problems. Let me in and I'll get this district straightened out.
Holy shit.
You think you can fix this? Why not? Quarantine is more to keep infected people in anyway. I'll radio ahead, tell them you're coming in.
Wait, you're stopping me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
You don't have a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
Fortunately, humans are immune to the plague.
Let's get Zaid info. Assault rifles, sniper rifles, concussive shot, normal. And let's get him and her. How to level up? Miranda. Wait, what? Oh, she has 0. Okay. So we're good. By the way, I wanna look for this piece of news now. I'm like, let me take a look. Nintendo pirated its own game. Exactly. Here. Nintendo, perhaps more than any other video game outfit, perfected the art of selling nostalgia. Companies Mario, Zelda, and Donkey Kong franchises, to name a few, have enthralled gamers for decades. Okay, fuck that. Where is it?
Nintendo really doesn't like the idea that so many of us use unauthorized emulators to play its games. As a company, it's remained adamantly against this idea that it could be acceptable if you already own an authentic version of the console and the game in question, which is an argument made by many people in favor of this practice. But no, says Nintendo, if you download a Nintendo game from an unofficial site, then you are a software pirate, which makes the rest of this video all the more interesting, I think. Because it turns out if you purchase Super Mario Bros. Using the Wii's Virtual Console and then have a dig around in the files you've just downloaded using a hex editor, you'll eventually find this line right here. Which is interesting because, as Frank Cifaldi pointed out in his GDC talk last year, that right there is something called an INES header. What's one of those, you may be asking? Well, INES was one of the very first unofficial emulators for the Nintendo Entertainment System, created back in 1996 by a guy called Marat Fizulin. In the very early days of this project, he ran into something of a problem, because it turns out if you physically open up a NES cartridge and look inside, you'll find that each one contains not a single ROM chip, but two. And since each of these chips can be different sizes depending on the game, and in fact there's just quite a bit of unique cartridge circuitry to consider each time, it turned out you couldn't just make this stuff run inside an emulator, not without providing the proper context first. And so Fizulin created a new file format to do just that, called .NES, which, as you may have guessed by now, always includes an INES header. This has become a sort of unintentional digital fingerprint. So what's it doing in an official download of Super Mario Bros? Well, let's go back to Frank Cifaldi for that one, I think.
I would posit that Nintendo downloaded Super Mario Bros. From the internet and sold it back to you.
Now, we verified that this header exists ourselves using a homebrewed Wii to access the files in question, and as well as the INES header, the ROM content itself is identical to versions of Super Mario Bros. That can be found online, including those that predate the Wii Virtual Console. We did ask Nintendo if they'd like to comment on this and received the following statement in response. The emulation program in question was created by Nintendo internally. Nintendo is not using ROMs downloaded from the internet. However, they chose not to address either the existence of the INES header or the fact that the ROM content itself is identical to another that we'd found online, which is unusual. As Fizulin had explained when we'd spoken to him, there are typically some minute differences that you can spot depending on the cartridge version and the method used when extracting that ROM content, and there wasn't here. So why does any of this actually matter? I think that's a fair enough question. If Nintendo has, as the evidence suggests, downloaded Super Mario Bros. From the internet and then sold it to its customers, what is the problem exactly? I mean, the game works, right? And it's taken years before anyone has even realized what may have happened. Why should we care about this? Well, to answer that, I think it's worth looking at Nintendo's official stance on emulators like INES and the ROMs that players download from unofficial sites when using them. This is from a corporate FAQ regarding the use of Nintendo's intellectual property. How does Nintendo feel about the emergence of video game emulators? Here's their answer. The introduction of emulators created to play illegally copied Nintendo software represents the greatest threat to date to the intellectual property rights of video game developers. As is the case with any business or industry, when its products become available for free, the revenue stream supporting that industry is threatened. Such emulators have the potential to significantly damage a worldwide entertainment software industry which generates over $15 billion annually and tens of thousands of jobs. It's worth noting that throughout this FAQ, whenever Nintendo mentions emulators, they talk about people downloading illegally copied software which is then being used on unauthorized hardware. And that, right there, is misleading. You see, the debate over video game emulation and how we use it is a complex one, I'm not going to argue otherwise, and piracy absolutely has an important part to play in that discussion, but perhaps the one thing we should be able to settle first is that central definition. A video game emulator is quite simply a piece of software that allows one type of hardware to mimic the setup of another type of hardware. That's it, that's what it is, it's a tool, nothing more. As a business, Nintendo claims it must never legitimize emulation, which by that I imagine it means it must never legitimize unofficial emulation, right? Because otherwise, I mean, the Nintendo Virtual Console is an emulator. Is that not legit? Anyways, they go on to say it doesn't make any business sense, it's that simple and not open to debate, which is a frustrating sentence to read because every sign here points towards Super Mario Bros. On the Wii Virtual Console being a ROM that they sourced online. I asked Fazulin if he could speculate as to what may have happened here, and he came up with the following possibility. Nintendo outsources its product to some contractor, that contractor asks for the games Nintendo requested it to run, gets "we don't have them" in response, and goes to the internet to find them there. In theory, Nintendo should have a sample of each cartridge released for the NES, it's part of their approval process, but this being a corporate affair, the head is usually so far removed from the body that such minute decisions never get made. Which is an amazing thought, because this isn't some obscure title we're talking about, it's Super Mario Bros. And yeah, as a result, Nintendo has benefited from this community, a community they typically write off as a bunch of illegal software pirates. Now once you get over how weird a story this actually is, and it is a pretty weird one, it's not entirely surprising. Time and time again, fans have done a better job at preserving gaming's history than the copyright holders themselves. You've got people like Frank Cifaldi, for example, who chased down copies of NES games that were finished but never actually shipped, games that may only exist on a couple of prototype cartridges in some guy's shed somewhere and are slowly, inevitably decaying. There's no obvious viable business reason to hunt this stuff down and make it available to people, it's instead about wanting to make sure these games don't get lost forever. And that's why this argument isn't black and white, it's why this isn't just about financial concerns, it's why this should, in fact, be open to debate. Because if Nintendo themselves have needed to rely on fans to get Super Mario Bros. Onto the Wii, then how can we leave it to them to ensure that California Raisins The Grape Escape will always be available to those that want to play it? This has never just been about piracy, it's unfair to say that's the whole story because it's not. There's also the topic of preservation to consider, and that, right there, is the debate. But I mean, Super Mario Bros. Really? Thank you for watching this week's episode. It was a little different.
Okay, so if you didn't know what I was talking about, now you know. If you knew, it's nice to see shit again. Okay. Ah, now we don't have a map. Now it makes sense. See, on the threatening areas, the areas that you should like be like with rifles. That is so cool. But the residential areas they have refined element of 0. Oh shit. This is so well implemented. This is so well implemented. I love it. You actually don't have a map of hostile areas. And that is so cool.
Don't shoot, they're cleared to come in.
I could shoot them, apparently. Yeah, I can aim and I can shoot, I think. Okay, I'm curious now. Like, this is a big difference from the first installment. Okay, so nothing happens if I shoot him. Okay, so no difference. The only difference from the first game is that you cannot even aim at, like, friendly targets or something.
Good luck in there. The Blue Suns and Vorcha shooting anything that moves.
These guys enemies? They are.
Impressive!
Okay, there
Flight control at its most basic. Pile the bodies in the street and burn them.
I guess.
Human. Should have guessed. Bad enough you infect us with this plague. Now you lack the decency to even wait until I die before you come to steal my possessions.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Get away from me, human. Your kind has done too much already. Your plague did this to me. Your faint pity is the final insult.
Humans didn't create this plague.
Lies drip from your mouth like the blood from my sores. The proof is there for all to see. Your species is the only one that does not succumb to the virus. Yours and the wretched Vorcha.
I need to find Morden Solus.
Humans looking for the human sympathizer. I hope the Vorcha burn Morden and his clinic to the ground. I hope you... I hope... Damn it! Damn you! Can't...
Hey, stay with me. This won't cure the plague, but it might help a bit.
Cool.
Oh, you helped me. Why?
It's what I do. I don't know if I can find a cure for this plague, but I'm gonna try.
Your words sound sincere. Maybe it's the fever. But as you said, what have I to lose? What do you wish to know?
When I find Morden, I'll tell him about you. If he has a cure, I'll make sure someone gets it to you.
Thank you. My time is running short, but at least you have given me a flicker of hope to brighten the darkness of my final hours. I don't want to die. Whatever Morden is, I will risk it if he can reach me.
What makes Morden worse than dying from the plague?
The Blue Suns tried to press him for protection money. He killed them, stunned them with some kind of toxin, then gunned them down. He's not just a doctor. Doctors don't execute people and display the bodies as a warning.
Why are you so convinced humans are behind this outbreak?
The plague is too potent to be a naturally occurring virus. Airborne transmission across numerous species, near perfect mortality rate. It had to be created in a lab. And since humans are the only species not affected, there is only one logical conclusion.
Aren't the Vorcha immune to the plague? What if they spread the virus so they could take over the district?
Vorcha are immune to disease. A human-created plague wouldn't affect them. But if the Vorcha created the plague, why wouldn't it affect humans? Besides, the Vorcha aren't smart enough to make a virus like this. They're scavengers. Sorry, human. You may not want to believe it, but all the evidence points to your species.
You were talking about Vorcha earlier?
Before the quarantine, the Blue Suns controlled this district. But as their numbers fell to the plague, Vorcha moved in. The Blue Suns are fighting to protect their territory. But as the plague spreads, it's only a matter of time until the Vorcha overwhelm them.
Aren't the Vorcha immune to the plague? What if they spread the virus so they could take over the district?
Besides, sorry, human. You may not want to believe it, but all the evidence points to your species.
I need to find Morden Solus.
He has a clinic on the far side of the district. He's taking in refugees, offering to help those infected with the plague. I was afraid to go to him before. He is dangerous, but perhaps he can help.
Why are you so convinced humans are behind this outbreak?
The plague is too potent to be a naturally occurring virus.
I'm repeating lines. I'm getting sleepy.
Humans are the
I'm
only
sorry.
species not affected.
I need to go to
There
sleep.
is only one
I'm going to
logical-
finish
Goodbye.
something here. Not all, but I think this is too big. I'm
In
happy
the early
that we have a big
2160s,
game, but
the Alliance
I'm
began
sleepy.
The Vola,
Although they resemble
Oh,
a
never seen this.
mammal-reptile cross, the Vorcha have no terrestrial analog. They are humanoid in form, but Vorcha have clusters of non-differentiated neoblast cells, like those of Earth's planarian worms. Damaged Vorcha cells mature into specialized structures to alleviate injury or stress. Transformations include thicker skin following injury, lung adaptation for barely breathable atmospheres, and stronger cardioskeletal muscle under high gravity. Skull capacity and brain size do not change, and Vorcha rarely make more than one somatic overhaul. Vorcha assault each other frequently, causing their young to gain strength, intelligence, and resilience. As a result, Vorcha see inflicting and receiving pain as normal communication. Few Vorcha study professions, in part because their average life expectancy is only 20 years. Because Vorcha can eat and breathe nearly anything, they can live almost anywhere. But racism prevents them from integrating into most societies that dismiss them as vermin. They have few employment options beyond Krogan mercenary bands.
Holy shit, very cool. And it also it's cool that they are adding races. It's only natural in a very large universe, right? It's updated Vorcha. Yeah, this is getting complicated. I'm really sleepy. Like there's here, there's more things to do. I'm lacking attention. I'm going to end for now. And I'm back tomorrow. But this is awesome, man. This game is really awesome. I wasn't expecting that much. I mean, 2007 Mass Effect 1 was kind of what I was expecting for an old game, but 2010 Mass Effect 2? These aged very well, especially after the release of Starfield that I should stop talking about. But yeah, I'm back tomorrow, or actually later today. Later today is the better way to say it. So thank you for being here. I'm very, very tired. I have to go. I hope that you have a great rest of the day, of your day. And smile, drink water, and be awesome. I'll see you later today. Bye. Bye, Star. Let me save this baby here. And I see you.